Hey guys, I keep trying to start this video. I don't normally do retakes. I normally sit down in front of my camera and just start talking. But today, I keep going off on even more tangents than normal, and I'm jumping around all over the place, and it's very indicative of how I'm feeling today, whole last week. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Amanda, and this is a vlog of my late autism and ADHD diagnosis, and basically a vlog of me learning how to unmask and when to unmask and when to code switch, which is masking on purpose for safety situations. I have a couple videos on code switching. I don't want to go off onto that tangent right now. But this last week, with the TikTok ban approaching and the inauguration of the Orange Menace approaching, my mental health has been just really in the toilet. So I'm not monetized on TikTok, but I really have gotten so much out of that app. And I'm so sad for all of the people who depend on that app for money, the small businesses and the community and the connections that people have made, the lives that have literally been changed from TikTok. And it's just really sad. It's just really sad. My university that I graduated from had a saying that said, from the outside looking in, you can't understand it. From the inside looking out, you can't explain it. And I feel like that's what TikTok is. For casual users who pop on once a month, or for, somebody, you send someone a TikTok and they just watch it, they're not going to understand. And if you've never spent a lot of time on the app, you're not going to understand. You're going to think it's just some silly app. But there really is something special that happened on TikTok. And it's not a perfect app. A lot of times, it's not complete free speech. In an attempt to stop the spread of misinformation, they, suppress a lot of video talks. And random things can get under the radar. I know I've heard, and before I joined, I wish I joined in 2020 when everybody else did, but I didn't. I don't know when I got on, but I think it was around 2022. And I think once I got on, it was a little better, but in the 2020s, that, a lot of the disability content was suppressed. I heard a lot of people talking about if they try to talk about autism, their videos would get suppressed. I mean, I feel that's the case, even though I absolutely love being on TikTok. My videos usually only get 200 or 300 views. I feel like I'm talking to the void, but I still like doing it. It gives me a little daily, I don't post every day, but some days I post 4 videos. It's very random. And I will just post little random things. I love the stitch feature. Sometimes I stitch other people, just there's an ongoing conversation. I absolutely love YouTube, but there's not as much of a back and forth that can happen on YouTube. It feels more like content creators talking to people, and yes, you can talk to them in the in the comment section, but it's different than if they have a question where they can stitch you really quickly and be like, hey, can you clarify this? TikTok is almost like a big open conversation. And it's literally changed so many lives. So if you know somebody who is sad about this TikTok ban, and by the way, the information is changing by the minute. So by the time this video gets uploaded, it might be different. Last night before I went to bed, there was something about Biden might try to extend it or something. And then I heard a little while ago that the Supreme Court might be making a ruling tomorrow, Friday. I don't know. And like I said, there could be some news coming out right this second as I'm talking. Things are moving very fast on it. So we shall see. I think that it's very wrong for the government to try to shut it down. I think it's a disservice to the 170 million Americans on the app who depend on it for their small businesses. But I am struggling because since I know that it potentially, is going to go away, it's like I'm trying to spend as much time on it, like if you in the last days of summer camp or, vacation and your time's coming to an end, you want to try to soak it up. So I've been spending way more time on it this week than I ever normally do. And I'm just really sad. I'm very sad and I'm angry and I'm upset about my government, but I don't know. I want to have something uplifting to tell y'all. I don't have anything uplifting right now. I've given myself till the 20th to just kind of it's supposed to be banned on the 19th, but up until lights go off to spend as much time on it as I want. And then after that, if it does get banned, then I won't be able to use it. And that's just how life is, right? And then, Monday we have the inauguration of Donald Trump, which again, I am just so upset about our government. Article 14, Section 3 of the United States Constitution says that somebody who tried to lead an insurrection or provide comfort to an insurrection, I think it's the words, is disqualified from taking office. And that it takes majority vote of the House and the Senate to remove the disqualification. And then we have the Jack Smith report that says, boom, here's all the evidence. He absolutely tried to incite an insurrection. So by our Constitution's law, he is disqualified from taking oath. But here it is, January 16th, and nobody said anything. The DOJ has not, or the FBI or whatever governing agency is the one that should implement Article 14, Section 3, because it doesn't come from the president. It comes from the DOJ. They're not doing anything. So are we going to just hand over our country to a dictator? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And the thing is, it's not about Kamala losing. It's about the fact that Trump is a liar, a cheater, and a wannabe dictator who is actively causing harm to so many of his constituents. If he is the president, he is only loyal to people who kiss his boot. He doesn't want to provide aid to people in California because they voted blue. They voted for Democrats. I know people in England, the Conservative Party and the Liberal Party are the opposite colors of us. So in America, Democrats, liberals are blue, Republicans, conservatives are red. I don't identify as a Democrat. I identify as a liberal. In the past, you know, I usually, like, I think I've always pretty much voted Democrat, but like, I would look at individual candidates and what they stood for and make my decision on each individual person. But now the parties are becoming so split that I just don't identify with the value system of the Republican Party. And then I think that MAGA has split off from even Republicans. So my thing is, though, is like, Donald Trump he shouldn't have even been allowed to run. And if a more sane Republican had won, I would not be this upset. I'd be like, well, okay, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but we all voted and this person got more votes. But because it was Donald Trump, and the fact that I do feel like he loves Putin and other dictators and wants to be a dictator, that's what I have a problem with. He has not upheld the Constitution. He should not be taking office. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Like, I don't even... This video is probably going to get no views. A lot of people don't like talking politics, and I'm sorry, but it has become one of my hyperfixations with this election, and TikTok is to thank for that. I, in the past, really wanted to learn more about politics. I remember back when Obama ran, I tried to learn a lot more about how our government ran. Like, I knew the basics, but like, I didn't know, that much. And I mean, I'm not an expert, but I've learned a lot in the last couple months. But I remember when Obama ran, I would try to read newspaper articles and I would try to like follow who was who, but I couldn't put like images with the names, and I'd get everything so confused. And I just trying to learn how the whole process worked and everything was much more, it was so complicated and I just couldn't really figure it out. And so I kind of like, oh, well, I don't know. But with this last election and TikTok and being able to follow different lawyers and other political figures themselves on TikTok, some of which who voted for the ban, and people who would explain the law with like graphics and all of this stuff in like little bite-sized videos, like everything started clicking and making so much more sense for me. And it just became like fun to actually participate in my government on a level that I'd never been able to before, because this was the most accessible way for me to finally learn about it. So it has become a little hyperfixation. No, I do not plan to make this channel a political channel. So, please don't unsubscribe if this video is not for you. I just needed today, with Monday coming up, I needed a place to just vent out, because this is a vlog of my life. And I'm feeling very scared and overwhelmed, and a lot of Americans, I think, right now are feeling very hopeless, like our government is just corrupt, being run by billionaires right now, and there's not much we can do. Because when we do the things that we grew up hearing that you're supposed to do, like call your senators and email your senators, which I have been doing, and nothing happens. I just heard that he wants to appoint Mel Gibson, who's an actor, to some position. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's just insane. And listening to the Senate confirmation hearings on TikTok again, it just makes you see red. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys if you did stick around and listen to my ramblings. I'm sorry this one didn't end up being too much about autism and ADHD or anything like that. But I'm just gonna say, you know, if you are in the same kind of feeling that I am right now, keep remembering to hydrate. Try to get some sleep. I have not been sleeping well this week. You know, really try to do a couple things each day that go towards making your mental and physical health better. And if you can, find community to talk about these struggles. And we're really going to need to rely on each other. And if you are from another country watching the shit show that is America, please know it's not all Americans. I know it's too many. I know there's too many that are, but it's not all of us. And a lot of us are just feeling scared. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support. I know that not everyone's going to love this video, but for those of you who do, thank you. Like, I can't tell you how much better it feels for me to have a place to say these things out loud to somebody. It makes a difference. So thank you for watching and listening. And if you made it to the end of the video, I don't normally do this, but if you made it to the end of the video, put some like rainbows and balloons and like celebration hats or whatever emojis in the comments. Let's fill the comment section up with like joyful emojis, okay? Like that will make me smile. All right.